Choking sandstorms. I love it. Oh, in fact, we're in one right now. Look at that. Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky, episode 129, where we are currently at our dream planet. Yes, this is very, very neat. I'm very happy with our decision, and we're getting the stuff together to put together a base and sort of colonize this system, but there's actually a lot we need to do. See, I realize we need to actually explore all the planets in this system, or at least make landfalls, all 6 of them, so that we have naming rights, because if we're going to colonize this system, we're going to need to name the system and the planets. Again, inviting other people to settle down here, but that's still, we want to be able to make it part of, well, I haven't settled on a name yet, but we're going to come up with one. First things first, we're going to go ahead and grab some of this sodium nitrate, so that we can go ahead and start putting down some hardcore refiners. Now, the question is, as I've been racking my brain with this question over and over again, is how do I want this base to look? So I sort of have this little stair step up here, but this was just a pedestal to give me a view. This isn't exactly like indicative of how I necessarily want the base to be built. Because we might actually move it down closer to the coast, but I like being up high here, sort of towards the top of this mountain. But it would likely make more sense if we sloped sort of in with the slope of the mountain instead of going against it. I'm thinking we're going to need, probably more than anything, we're going to need a galactic trade terminal. Must attach to structure. Because it is not a structure, it is just a... It is just a random floating pillar. Fair enough, fair enough. So then, if that's the case, what we can do is we can sort of say, hey, wouldn't you like... No, of course, they're not going to be able to do that. Okay, so what we're going to have to do then, even though we don't have enough... So my thought is we don't have enough microprocessors. Oh, we do, though. Yeah, no, disregard. We totally have enough microprocessors. Pays to check these things first. Nope. No. Rotate. Thank you. Alright, and now here we are with our large refiner built. And we're going to need a lot of ferrite dust, regardless of what we do. We must have gotten rid of all of our rust. No, we did not. So we should be able to find it. There we go. Yes, we're going to need lots and lots of ferrite dust. We're also going to need lots and lots of carbon. I think we can afford to go ahead and pick this up. Although at this point, I'm tempted to let this process, and let's see, we could go... We could store some of this in our vehicle. We could go make landfall on the other planets. Oh, do we want to do that? I think we sort of do. I think we do. I think we do want to make landfall on the other planets. We should do that sooner rather than later. But we need to go ahead and put our... Oh, come on. There it is. Exocraft modules. We need a summoning station here on this planet, so we can establish all sorts of summoning our exocrafts here. We might want to explore the ocean at some point. I don't know if we're going to move over to having an ocean base, but yeah. We want to have the option to explore the ocean at some point. We don't have any metal plating, so that just means we're going to have to summon our starship over here. I'm okay with that. Let's just do that. I want to see what these other planets are like, since So we've already made the decision to colonize this planet, and we're going to have to get our resources in order. Let's see what else is in this system. And also, it would be really handy to be able to swing over to the space station and sell these C-class modules. So let's do the solar system tour, now that we know that this is our base. Oh, that's right, we have a couple of neat options. So, okay, closest planet appears to be a desolate planet. Let's go take a peek. A nice 20-second jump across the way. We are going to have to come up with little names for these planets. This system itself should be something Thranxian. I'm leaning towards like the Thranxian Expanse, or something not too out of control or generic. But the planets can be a little more artful. Look at this terrain. It's all cracked and ugh, it's full of holes and stuff. But overall, it's actually relatively flat. Okay, let's... Too fast to initiate landing. I get it. Eerily calm. Okay, well, we are going to need lots of O2. And of course, it's got the eggs, the whispering eggs. Okay, well, it looked a lot flatter from the starship. It's notably not as flat as it first appeared. We can get all sorts of rusted metal. Ooh, navigation data. I'm a fan of that. We could just totally dig up rusted metal while we're here. Oh, look at all that oxygen. Okay, so this is kind of a neat planet. Yeah, you can get a lot of rusted metal, a lot of O2. A lot of this navigation data. Got these ancient computer structures. I like these. That's fine. We're going to need those. We're still chasing manufacturing facilities quite a bit, so... Get our terrain manipulator over here. We'll just pick up some of this rusted metal because why not? We're going to be using a lot of ferrite dust to build our base. We might as well. I'm curious how the metal rusts without an atmosphere. I find that curious. I suppose to say it doesn't have an atmosphere is not appropriate. I imagine what's more accurate is that it's like trace atmosphere. And so it's just like an obnoxious sort of atmosphere. It's like there's never going to be like vacuum on the surface of a planet. It's always going to be just tiny little amounts of an atmosphere. So I guess I answered my own question with that one. How much rust is that? 123. Well, we're going to need a lot of ferrite dust. We can always make rust in the refiner. Yeah. Let's not waste too much more time here. What I did see that also intrigued me, though, was a massive patch of oxygen. Look at that. Now, part of the reason I really wanted a desolate planet in my system that I decided to settle here, or in our system, rather, is because I kind of felt like having this low-gravity planet with no atmosphere would be the perfect place to set up, like, some sort of racetrack. Maybe not. Maybe it's not colorful enough. Maybe we need like an anomaly planet close by to do a racetrack on. I don't know. Either way, this is our desolate planet. It's full of rusted metal, oxygen, and navigational data. And sort of these smooth, sloping hills. Okay, let's depart. We've touched down. We've made our exploration. Let's jump to the next planet. Yeah, see, you can see there's some kind of trace atmosphere there where, like... Yeah, there's some sort of atmosphere. Alright, which planet is that? Pretty sure that's the one I settled on. Yes. Ooh, you startled me. What have we here? No, let's start heading here. We know we want to go to this planet after all. We'll scan it in a second. Survey says a humid planet. Okay, so this is the other tropical planet in the system. We're going to be on the night side of the Terminator, so not going to get the real accurate feeling of the planet. So we might pulse jump around the planet. In fact, yes, we are going to do that. Let's pulse jump around the planet to the day side. Whoa. Talk about startling me. Way to interfere with my pulse jump. Did you have to, like, come out of warp right in front of me? I feel like that was somewhat disrespectful. I don't know what your angle is, so I'm going to treat it as a sign of disrespect. I do... pardon me while I get a small drink. Hydration. I do enjoy the shadow on the rings. I think that is pretty cool. Look at that as we're breaking around it. Whoa. So this is literally going to be a similar planet. Alright, let's change our starship view. Because this is going to be a similar planet, but with the reddish waters. The terrain's a little more rugged. I mean, I guess that's not fair. Our planet had some rugged terrain, too. It looks rockier, though. Okay, so now there's a planet option in the same system for those that maybe don't want the blue water. They want something a little more alien. The trees are identical, almost. Seemingly. Alright, let's go ahead and land on the... What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look, it's like our sister planet. It's like really, really similar, only a little more rocky, and the water's red. Pink. Magenta? It depends on how the sun hits it. That's red. That's like fire engine red. And that's more of like a soft pastel. No, we've already checked all the ships in this system. There are not any large explorers in this system, unfortunately. That is the one thing we did not get, but that's okay. We're going to jump back to the one system and get one eventually, and then we'll post the address for that at another time, but that's not where we're at. So, let's go ahead and I think, to be fair, we're going to get out of this third-person view. Okay, it's a pretty neat little planet. What is next on our agenda? Okay, so we've been to 3 planets so far. We have the toxic planet. That's our planet. There's the desolate one. I have not been to the barren planet with salvageable scrap. So it's a desert planet with scrap. Oh, yes, that is cool. The only way that could be cooler is if it had water. And then we have this one over here. A no kidding, third tropical planet in this system. How interesting. This one's a good bit away, too, because we have Yeah, we have multiple 2 S-Class pulse drive engine boosts, and it's still going to take us 1.5 minutes to pulse jump over to this planet. That's a significant little jump. Suppose we'll take this time to sort out our inventory in the meantime. Okay, we can get this oxygen stored in there. Same with the condensed carbon. You can go here, navigational data. This is all stuff we're going to keep and hold on to. This, I don't think we need this anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. We'll just destroy it completely. And yeah, so we've got some ferrite ready for breaking down. A couple of modules that we need to sell. We'll probably stop at the space station and sell those shortly. So rather than being a bunch of islands and inner seas, this planet appears to have an actual, no-kidding, ocean and a continent-like structure with bluegrass. And so, okay, so you have your tiers of alien planets. You have one that looks kind of like Earth, one that's just a little different with the red water, and then you got one that's really different with the bluegrass and the red water, and it looks like a pinkish sky, an atmosphere that's a little more alien. So this is the full-blown alien jungle experience over here. Okay. Let's try to hit the coastline. That is a lot of ocean out there. Oh, it's not as much ocean as it appeared. There's little islands here and there. Just hard to see, right? So definitely a lot more ocean on this planet, though. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, alright. Coming in a little hot. I'm just curious, if we do a scan... it's a little rugged terrain under the water. Oh, we've got a boiling rainstorm occurring right now. That's why it's a little challenging to try to get our no-kidding feeling for how the planet feels. The trees are very different. Actually, the trees are stupendously different. They're almost like mushrooms, but they're not quite mushrooms. They're just like giant canopied flowers. But again, with the slightly rough terrain, a little bit. A little rugged. Oh, you got like a plateau-type mountain over here. That's neat. Let's go ahead. We'll land it here. The bluegrass planets are pretty cool. I do enjoy them. And there are like palm trees. The trees on this one feel more tropical. Oh, boiling superstorms for weather. So this one's got a bit more intense weather. The rainstorm must be ending, though, because I'm not getting notifications. Ooh. We talking about predators? Sure looks like it, doesn't it? Behavior cautious. Diet large mammals. Or small mammals. Ooh! Right. Okay, hold on. So this is the tropical island for those that want a little bit of a challenge. Just a little bit of one. Because you've got some extreme boiling storms and at least 2 different types of predators to greet you as soon as you land. Diet coagulated blood and reckless. But it also seems like there are a good bit of timid, eats grass, other creatures here as well. It's not really a magenta sky, it's sort of blue. That's the closest thing I saw to a large explorer, but it's a shape-wise, but it's only a medium class explorer, so. What are we there? Subterranean relic. Alien artifacts. We can go check out the cargo drop really quick and get ourselves a little bit more rusted metal. No! Don't you do that to me. Come on. Alright. Yeah. Kill predatory creatures. Sorry, but I will not be predatored upon. Preyed upon. Preyed upon? Why do you call it preyed upon? Why are you prey? Why does a predator prey upon prey? Wouldn't it predator upon prey? I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. Alright, we'll take that, and I don't care what else is inside of that cargo drop. It seems like even when you're not in the storm, it's raining. So this planet is sort of always dealing with rain. That's cool. It's different. We've checked it out. We've done our piece. Let's refill our life support. And be on our way. No, we're not doing that quest. Go back to the Purge. So there's just 2 planets left to check out. The desert planet and the toxic planet. No radioactive planet, so no easy source of uranium within the same system, but that's okay. We'll just have to teleport back to some of our other areas. No, we're not going to be hiring any frigates, actually. I don't want to do that. No, thank you. Wow, very busy system with the opulent system that it is. Alright, let's go to the barren planet. The salvageable scrap. And it has activated copper. Standby one. The planet we just came from also had activated copper. Okay, so this is an extreme desert planet for weather with salvageable scrap. That's kind of cool. Actually, that's very cool. So there's a couple of extreme planets in this system. 3 tropical planets, 1 desolate. One of them has scrap. We haven't done any kind of structure scanning, though, so we don't know what the prevalence of, say, manufacturing facilities to monoliths to ruins are on a given planet. That's something that's still yet to be explored. But of course, any of these planets would be suitable for a colony in their own right, depending on what you're into. The planet I'm the most concerned about not being interesting is the miasmatic planet, the toxic planet, but I suppose that's unfair until we land there and check it out. We don't really know if it's going to be interesting or not. Again, this is going to be a desert planet without any kind of an ocean, which is more of the traditional what you expect on a desert planet. They do make desert planets with oceans, so... Whoa. This is some intense terrain. And some cacti, and some savanna-like trees, and look at this basin. This, like, depression as the terrain goes down, but you can see mountains around you on all sides. The terrain is varied here, big time. Sort of coming up here, it looks like we get out of whatever sandstorm was down in the bottom there. Let's land up high so we can get a good view. I think that's appropriate. And these mountains, very pointed. Alright, we'll land right here on this one. Choking sandstorms. I love it. Oh, in fact, we're in one right now. Look at that. Yep. A hot, choking sandstorm. Oh, look at that vista, though. That's pretty spiffy. Pretty spiffy. Yep. All kinds of life forms to scan. Now the real question is, are we going to check out some of this scrap before we leave? The short answer, yes. The long answer, actually, yes we are, because why not? There's one close by. Oh, the terrain on this planet. Look at these mountain ranges and the valleys. Extreme highs and lows. Wow, so we're just gonna go down into this windy valley, down into the choking sandstorm. Okay. Look at this cacti. Or cactus, I guess it's one. Well, more than one. You know what I meant. Ouch! And a predator to boot. It's like some form of monitor lizard thing. It's a predatory iguana. Adult enjoys the hunt, eats venom urchins. I am not a venom urchin, but it just enjoys the hunt. Look at this thing. It's like a giant predatory lizard. That's pretty cool. Predatory lizards on the desert planet. And a sandstorm that lasts forever. I guess that's why the copper is activated, huh? I don't see any storm crystals, though. I get a feeling that... Oh, whoa. More predators. Ooh. Oh, look at these things. Okay, alright. So there's actually quite a few predators on this planet. Okay. Interesting. It's like some sort of insect. Aggressive, eats foraged leftovers. I'm not a leftover that you can forage. Oh, here we go. Here's some prey. Wary, eats a cactus. Okay. Still dealing with this sandstorm. The sandstorm that would not go away. Came down here for something. Yes we did. Salvage container. This is a neat little desert. It definitely has character. Indeed it does. Alright, let's... Oh yeah, it's part of it's sticking out of the ground already. Extreme night temperature. Is the sun going down? Ouch! Oh. I am not foraged leftovers. I forgot about that. I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. I promise you. It wasn't me. You're gonna upset me. You're really gonna upset me. Why don't you go on and get out of here? Hey, how about you detect your corrupted friend over there? You're gonna make me blow up your corrupted friend in front of you. It's gonna really upset you. You need to relax. Now that the sun went down and the sandstorm's over, now it's freezing cold. I love it. I really enjoy the extreme deserts because they fluctuate so much. Salvage scrap. This valuable technology scrap is missing its paired component, the oily reservoir. There you go. We needed to destroy sentinels anyways. Look at that. Multiple birds with one stone. That's the way I like to do it. Efficiency. Economy of action. Look at this terrain. I keep saying it, but it is so cool. It feels like a... Whoa. That is definitely a predator. Unpredictable. Hypnotizes prey. Bonds with Vy'keen. Whoa. That's quite a giant bird predator creature. So we have predator lizards, predator insects, giant predator birds. This planet does indeed have a lot of character. Wow, just trying to climb this mountain again. I'm starting to wonder what I was thinking landing on top of it. Oh, you know what we did? We didn't check the value of our oily reservoir. Almost 1 million units. It's probably worth the adventure we took to get it. Oh, look, we have a little cave down here. And it just keeps going. I know, it's cold. It's so cold. It's because there's no moisture in the air to retain the heat from the sun. It's dry. It's the choking sandstorms without any moisture. They don't retain the heat, and the sand loses its temperature rapidly. You'd think all these rocks would still put off some heat, but I guess not enough. Just look at how the feeling is different up here on the mountaintops compared to in the valleys. It's almost like you don't expect the valleys to be as deep as they are. Oof. Okay, so apparently red-hot sandstorms can occur even at night, which is fine. They seem to occur pretty frequently, so we want to get the heck out of here. It's not an extreme storm, though, so we're not going to find, like, storm crystals here. It is an extreme weather planet. It's just not an extreme storm planet, and there's your difference. Alright. We'll go ahead, we'll break out of the atmosphere. We made our discovery. Okay, one last planet to discover. That's our desolate planet. That's our humid planet. That's our base. That's our planet. Listed as an overgrown planet. I don't know if I agree with it being overgrown. Looks like our toxic planet is on the other side of this one, so we'll just cut around. Should have broken out by now. So let's... Ooh. There it is. That's it. Does not contain activated copper, so the weather will be somewhat habitable. It is a place to pick up ammonia if we don't feel like teleporting around, although I dare say that teleporting to our outpost would undoubtedly be faster than getting in a ship and pulse jumping over here, only because it's a good minute-and-a-half pulse jump from the planets on that side of the system, because there does seem to be, well, no, maybe not. Looks like our base planet might be kind of halfway between the two. But it's off to the side, so that might just make the distance the same. I wonder if we go third. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. That's cool. Alright. Enough of that. I do like first person a little better. I like seeing the consoles inside the flight deck of my starship. I like seeing the stuff go whizzing past me. Planet looks rather brown. I'm not a huge fan of brown planets just because they all look like dirt. But let's give it a chance, right? Let's see what makes this planet unique from the other toxic planets we've run into. And to do that, we're going to need to be on the daytime side. Yes, I know. You're not going to let me jump now because there are capital ships nearby. No. Don't waste my time. I don't want to do that. So is the atmosphere like green or orange? It appears orange. Maybe that's the sunset. Are we mid-storm? That seems to happen a lot. Ooh. I accept these terms. Gotta get another drink. What have we here? The Zymus telescope. We don't exactly need a telescope. Okay, so this is one of these mushroom forest type planets here. Let's go ahead, we'll bounce up here, we'll get another Korvaxian word. Korvax word for central. Yeah, it's got these mushrooms with the little, like, snake-like tendrils coming off of it. That's sort of neat. The colors are, oh, they're not too bad. Little sprigs of red and yellow. I guess that's why it's not extreme. It doesn't come across as a horribly toxic planet. Just somewhat, right? Alright, I guess we'll peek our head inside and see what's going on in here. There's no place to use our Atlas Pass. So I suppose we'll talk to operator entity Zuzviki. I do not want to accept your quest. I do apologize for that. But we'll check out your observatory, where I need to input the number 4735. So let's do that. Get a little bump in our standing, although I do believe we were maxed, and see what did we find. A monolith? Is it ancient ruins off planet? I accept those terms. Sure. As I didn't plan on staying on this planet really very long. Just sort of wanted to swing by and get credit for landing on it. Nothing too awful special about this planet, really. It's just a toxic planet, and likely it'll just be a place to get some ammonia. Some of the mushrooms look unique, but not enough to really... Oh, that's a large mushroom, actually. Yeah, we haven't checked out the microbiome, or the biome yet. The microbiome. Or the regular biome, or all of that. I mean, the entirety of its ecosystem. But again, there's no water. Although this also does follow sort of the similar formation of other planets in this system with uneven terrain, steep mountains and valleys. Maybe if there was some sodium nitrate crystals in abundance, that would be something worth staying to check out. Or, Ancient ruins off planet again. Yeah, I think that's it. So that's where we're going to wrap up No Man's Sky episode 129. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had a good time watching because, as always, I've had a good time playing. We have now officially surveyed our system. So I think what we'll do now is we'll swing by the space station in the next episode, and we'll sell our modules, maybe stop at the anomaly, do all that. I might even do all that off camera, or maybe cut through it to get back to our base building now that we have fully discovered this system. But until next time, take care.